Hello, I am Jim Fisher, and this is the Pecha presentation for my personal OD method. It has been prepared for the ORGD 6060 Engaging Whole Systems class. Now, bonds are very important in chemistry. They allow individual atoms to become molecules, and this changes their properties dramatically and creates new materials. Bonding further enables these small Now you're probably thinking to yourself, what does this have to do with organizations? Well, traditionally we are taught that organizations have a structure that resembles the trunk and roots of a tree, such as this top-down version. I propose that in reality, organizations are more like our molecular chain, or even the macromolecule. The core is in the middle and the branches spread out all around it in a three-dimensional array. Just like the bonds between the atoms of a molecule, when the bonds between the members of the organization are strong, it takes a lot to break them apart, and there is a sense of belonging to something like the change formula states that dVFS needs to be greater than R in order to affect change. This method specifically addresses the sustainability part of the change formula. Unless the energy is maintained, it will be all too easy for the organization to fall back into a relaxed state, and the organizational bonds can be broken. By continually strengthening the organizational bonds, ideally, this method will be used in manufacturing organizations after a large dialogic event, but it could be used as a standalone method by any type of organization. It is scalable so that it could be applied to a whole organization. This method is designed to require a minimal amount of time and resources so that sustainability is achievable. I recommend that local management take part in the process so they also experience improved bonding with the other. The steps to organizational chemistry involve a journey that will take as few as 2 weeks or an infinite number of weeks. Initially, two people in the same department will pair up in order to break through the nervous. The method is made up of cycles. A cycle will consist of a half-hour meeting on each of 5 consecutive days. On the first day, Orange will meet with Purple, and Purple will explain what he or she does. On the third day, the pair gets together for a half hour at a neutral location, and they discuss what they and their positions have in common. On the fourth day, the pair again meets, and they discuss how they can help each other accomplish their tasks. And then finally, so now the bond between those two people has been strengthened. The next week, those two people meet with another pair. The first day is used for each pair to recap the discussions from the previous week. The following 3 days are repeated as with the initial pair. The two The values that guide this method are 1. Emphasizing listening, 2. Allowing all to describe their activities, 3. Allowing all to have voice. Through the EMAD program, I've been exposed to the 6 design elements and the change formula, which are used to maximize the chances for successful change. Through my career, I've been in manufacturing, IT, quality. This model is unique. I have not found evidence of similar models. The discussion of how pairs' jobs are alike and what they can do to help each other has its roots in future search. The future search process focuses on establishing the As described at the beginning of the presentation, the visual model is that an organization is like a chain of molecules, not top-down, but expanding in three dimensions from a central core. Just as the bonds between the atoms make a molecule Rather than considering the four P's of marketing, this method's strategy will be to SAVE. Instead of offering a product similar to many others, it provides a solution to the problem of Instead of a price, let's think in terms of the value it brings to an organization. Strengthening its bonds will enable an organization to endure hardships that would cause other organizations to fail. In conclusion, I have presented my idea of organic organizations, which compares organizations to complex molecules. Most high school graduates have had a basic chemistry class and are familiar with the concept of molecules. It proposes a radically different picture of an organization as one that spreads from